Hiding in icy shadows and golden palaces, the Russian Mafia calls itself unseen trillionaires, far from the reach of people, but oozing with untouchable money. Private islands, diamond-encrusted yachts, $500 million, 0-cent collections of art, and underground cities with more luxury than most royal palaces. It's not fiction, it's their real life. Their black markets and political strings and unbelievable power provide them with the ability not only to run businesses, but to run nations. In this video, we'll uncover how the Russian Mafia supports a life filled with vast wealth, making even billionaires feel like poor louts in comparison. Prepare yourself, you are going into a world that few have been willing to reveal. Multi-billion-dollar hidden mansions? The Russian Mafia isn't just in the business of property, but also in the business of palatial fortresses masquerading as homes. Hidden away in the French Riviera, the Italian coast, or lost in the Russian countryside, these estates would have places of secret bunkers, their interiors of gilded interiors, even private airstrips. As opposed to celebrities exercising luxury, such properties are off the public radar. They are held in fake companies or offshore shell companies. Inside, it will be Versace furnishings, antique weapons, custom chandeliers, and secret tunnels for quick escapes. President security tech is used in some mansions. These are not homes, but lavish fortresses of power and paranoia. Dramatically, each estate allegedly goes for more than $200 million, 0 cents, and is run by an army of ex-military security, personal chefs, and elites devoted to secrecy. These homes are not marked on any map, but these are the hidden strongholds of Underworld's richest trillionaire. Private yachts that competes with cruise ships. Forget the ultimate luxury yachts belonging to tech billionaires. Russian Mafia chieftains have their floating fortresses for $500 million. These mega yachts are rather military bases than pleasure craft. With missile defense systems, submarine garages, helipads, gold leaf interiors, as well as several swimming pools, these vessels are a reinvention of luxury. One of such yachts is said to have one Picasso worth $20 million. 0 cents adorning the dining room, a workforce of 50 and fewer than 10 guests. On board, they have closed-door meetings with politicians, arms dealers, oil tycoons, meetings that determine global deals. Champagne is served in heavy rotation. The kitchen works 24/7 for Michelin-caliber meals, and there are armed rounds every turn. The oceanic rabbit warrens of the Russian Mafia are hardly docked at public harbors. They go far away. That is outside the oceans in international waters where no jurisdiction can police them. Every trip is millions, but control of underground oil pipelines, cybercrime gangs, and state assets, and you are just getting started with spending $30 million, 0 cents per month, on sea luxury, private armies, and elite bodyguards. Safety is an illusion for the majority, unless you're the Russian Mafia. These men go with private armies, former KGB agents, veteran Spetsnaz men, and mercenaries trained for elite personal security forces. Whereas regular bodyguards are not allowed to kill, these men have licenses to kill, literally, and they operate with encrypted radios, armored convoys, and even with aerial surveillance drones. One Mafia boss may have over 100 men working on roving shifts, and all trained in combat, counterintelligence, and advanced weaponry. The salaries go as low as $200,000, 0 cents per year for the guard. Money for loyalty is expensive, and money for betrayal yields death. Their security squads are shaped like a secret service division. Stacks of protection, routes scouted well in advance, and even biometric protections in homes. There is no untracked movement, and anybody who gets too close is investigated, or worse. Exotic cars with bulletproof modifications. The Mafia world sees luxury and danger go hand in hand. That's why the Russian mobsters drive not only Ferraris/Bentleys, but also outfitted armored versions of them. Envision a Rolls-Royce Phantom that is armored with military-grade armor, or a Lamborghini Huracan that can resist the AK-47 fire. These cars are worth millions of rupees to redesign and are manufactured in secluded garages in Europe. Every single car car is equipped with an escape mechanism, smoke screen, spokes/spikes on the tires, encrypted GPS system, while some even come with ejector seats. The interiors? Diamond-studded dashboards and high-end sound systems that were specially made for royalty, cashmere-lined. And the license plates? Often fake. These cars aren't only about wealth, but survival in a world where assassinations are the norm. Certain mob bosses switch a new high-end vehicle every week so that they won't be traced. Having 30 cars worth $1.0 5M per piece is not excessive for them, it is only part of their million-dollar survival kit. Underground bunkers and hidden cities. The Russian Mafia is constructing below the surface, literally while the rest of the world is sleeping. Below Moscow and private estates lie full bunkers, furnished luxuriously. These are on the subject of subterranean cities with spas, cinemas, wine cellars, and biometric vaults. These are not remnants from the Cold War. They are newly erected survival palaces by dint of anti-nuclear and anti-droning strikes, as well as anti-civil war. Others are alleged to be miles long with escape tunnels into private foresters or secret helipads. These bunkers are manned and serviced 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Air is purified, power is nuclear backup powered, and the internet accessed is completely private and off the grid. Construction alone ought to at least cost upwards of $300 million. 0 cents. But for men who've made enemies in politics, in intelligence, and in worldwide crime, these secret layers are non-negotiable. To the Mafia, the ultimate luxury is survival, and they've established subterranean kingdoms to rule, even in a world ablaze above ground. Private jet fleets without paper trail. As the ultra-rich own one or a few personal jets, the Russian Mafia are known to control whole fleets, money of which are registered in their names. They fly under the radar, literally, through the use of dummy corporations and third-party brokers. These jet planes include everything from Gulfstream G650S to made-to-measure Boeing 737S converted to flying penthouse. There are gold-plated sinks, full bedrooms, massage chairs, and bulletproof windows. There are even those with in-plane encrypted servers for secret meetings high above. One voyage from Russia to Dubai might set you back $250,000, 0 cents. But these men are throwing the money around like it doesn't cost anything, with maintenance, fuel, crew, and storage piling up millions on a monthly basis. The true goal? Total privacy. No TSA, no customs, no trace. Such jets take off and land at secret terminals in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East in private hangars. Working in the shadows, luxury is not about being comfortable, it's about being invisible, untouchable, and 3 steps ahead of the law. Art and jewelry worth nations. The hungers of the Russian Mafia are not limited to watches and chains, but include the fine art, Fabergé eggs and diamonds that once belonged to princesses and princes. In their personal vaults, they have original Van Gogh, Picasso, and stolen items from historical museums. Those are acquired in an auction with the help of intermediaries or through the black market. Their collections of jewelry include custom design with rare stones, each worth millions. One watch can sell for $1.50 M. A necklace worn once can be more than $10, 0 cents M. These aren't accessories, these are statements of power, wealth, and taste. The Mafia sees luxury as insurance-like assets, which can be transported, concealed, and sold during a crisis. And because many of these treasures never make their way into the world for the marketing dynamo to consume and carry the load, they exist in an economy outside the world of luxury, a dark economy where trillion-dollar assets change hands over private dinners and encrypted messages. Bribery funds and political influence. True power isn't shown, it's purchased. The Russian Mafia has long perfected the art of high-level bribery. Each month, millions are quietly funneled into bribe networks across governments, police, media, and even international corporations. Judges, customs officers, tax regulators, everyone has a price. These mafia bosses don't just buy freedom, they buy influence, silence, and loyalty, political donations, shady consulting fees, and offshore transfers. Ensure they remain untouchable. In some cases, mafia operatives hold actual political office or manipulate foreign elections using cyber networks. These transactions happen in private clubs, 5-star hotels, or via encrypted crypto wallets, leaving no trace. A typical political budget can exceed $50 million, 0 0 cents monthly, making bribery not just a habit but a business expense. And, in their world, the one who pays the most writes the laws. In private and in cryptic dealings, the Russian Mafia indulges in a presence so extravagant it matches royalty, and can only be surpassed by the rich of the rich. But unlike the celebrities who thumb show the bling to the lens, these trillionaires live in shadows, untouchable, unseen, and omnifluent. Literatures range from bunkers deeper than metros to art vaults richer than museums, where their luxuriety goes way beyond wealth, its strategy and survival and utmost control. This is not gold monkeys, this is governing an empire the world claims doesn't exist. Therefore, the next time the word mafia strikes your ears, just remind yourself that you're not looking at danger, but the world's most secret trillionaire.